Hello. Okay, good. My sound is working. Let's see if this new thing over here works, and looks like it does. So yes, today is a coding stream, which may be boring and might be interesting. If nothing else, I should be able to monitor chat easily enough. And since I'm upstairs, all my normal things should work, except that my bot will be not running some of the time when I'm having to recompile it, and same with other things. Right now, hello, Celalone01, hello, Rayburst. Also, a lot of the channel points rewards are turned off because the things that they drive are either going to be not running a lot of the time or not running some of the time or whatever. So, yeah, so right now I'm looking at adding some ways to get some research information on research out of OpenXCom and automatically do some research reassignments when people use the. Oh, right, I have it turned off. That's one of the things I have turned off, but used right now. But the assign scientist to project channel point reward. Right now, I'm just going through and starting to set up some of the messaging stuff so that the bot and the OpenXCom can talk to each other about research stuff. So this is not super exciting, just mostly boilerplate, converting, detecting what message is coming in, and then doing something with it. And I haven't worked with this code in a while, but hopefully I'll remember how it all works. Oh, whoops, underscore. You have your stream and chat on iPad, but the video says the video is only available to subscribers. That shouldn't be the case. Well, but it's working on your iPad, so that's real weird. I don't even think I have the option of making it only available to subscribers. I think I have to be partnered for that, although I'm not positive. Let me see if I can find that setting and make sure it didn't somehow get turned on. I definitely didn't turn that on purpose, if that's a thing. I maybe went to a. Oh, now it's working? Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm almost positive I didn't turn that on. And have never turned that on. If I even have the ability to turn that on, which I kind of doubt. So I don't know. I guess it was just being weird. But yeah, at least your chat is working. All right, so where was I? I was, yeah, as my to-do list for this research stuff is ideally I want to be able to make it so that you can do a command to see all the research projects that are running and how many scientists are on each of them, and then also have the channel point reward thing let you divert scientists from one project to another without me having to do it manually. Yes, you're excited to have chat. Yes, it's exciting to have you in chat. Uh, let's see, where else was I? Let's look at our new message. So we're going to have this request research info that the bot is going to send to OpenXCom, telling it that, hey, send me all the research information you have. Then it's going to send one of these research info labs, which is going to tell the bot, base of the first XCOM base, I have this many scientists not working on anything. I have this much lab space available, and I have this many projects. And then it's going to send a bunch of these research info projects, if there are any projects, one for each project with the project name and the number of scientists currently working on it and their overall progress, the same text that shows in the in-game screen for their overall progress, which is like unknown, poor, excellent, just sort of general terms. Let's see. So I need to make set these packets up too. So the request research info doesn't really have any information in it, except for the fact that we are requesting the research info. But the other ones will have some info. And this is the bot side of that. Right, and I was going to put in projects so it knows how many messages it's expecting to receive. Although I could probably also just put in like a, well, I mean, this is UDP, so theoretically I could lose packets or have them corrupted anyway, but I'm not really worried about that since it's just sending it to the same computer and it should never really have that problem. So we have research info project, research info, oh, whoops. And this goes here. So yeah, our research info lab, we're sending the number of scientists available, lab space available, and the number of projects. Not that we probably really care about these two values because it doesn't really matter, but I guess we can also display them. Let's see, that was labs or something, right? Yeah, research info labs. So we'll call this research info labs. Get some data. Of course, this is, my bot is written in C# and this is written in C++. So these don't exactly work the same, but they're close enough. But you can kind of copy and paste and just edit a little bit, assuming you've set things up in C#, which is a lot more complicated to get the inner operation working than the C++ side, which just kind of, it's like, I'm just going to be straight plain old C data. Okay. So when we get a request research info, I'm going to run this execute thing. See if I can remember how to get at some of this data. Actually, I already kind of found the places where we're looking for it, but so lab info response. So I need to go through. So this game pointer has all of the has a lot of stuff, but it should have all of the game info that I need. It's like I can go. I'll just copy and paste this from up here. So I get save game. It gives me, I think, all of the stuff for bases. Get bases. See, does this return what's the type for this? I'll also get where I've used it before. I'll do this. And look for the first base we have that has any labs or scientists. So here we have our, I think this is a vector of bases. Man, I'm completely spacing on my C++ syntax. I feel kind of nervous programming with an audience. Yeah, auto iter. Yeah, this is how I iterate over a standard container in C++. Been all C sharp lately. Is this a pointer to a pointer? What's our type here? Nope. In C#, I could just tell it to expand this to the actual type, and then I could more easily see what it is. But okay, yeah, this is either a, yeah, this must be there must be a pointer in this iterator. Okay, not a value type or reference. So yeah, here we can get allocated scientists. That's not really what we want. We want get add, get, no, we don't really want get available laboratories. Get research. Like this gives us a list of research projects. I guess that makes sense. If we don't have any research projects, then we don't care, right? This gives us a reference to another vector of research projects. I'm just going to say auto because C# is pretty gnarly. Research projects. When it comes to types that are really long to type all the way out. Although, generally speaking, I prefer to have things expanded so that I can actually see what they are. And research projects size. C#, that would be .length or .count, depending on the type of thing it is. In C++ STL things, it's .size. See how long they are. If that is greater than, if that is equal to 0, now I assume this will give me a valid vector because it's returning a reference and not a pointer, even if there are no research projects in this base, as long as the base itself is around. And I would assume that this would probably also only give me valid pointers, but I guess I'll go ahead and check for. I think it'd be real weird if for some reason they had null pointer bases in here, but just in case, I'm gonna say skip any null pointer bases. This continuum, just make it go to the next one up here. And then research projects size. If there's no research projects, then I also don't care about this one, and we're going to skip the next one. And if we don't find any, then I might send a message that tells us that something weird has happened, but for now, then we're going to fill out our lab info response with the amount of, oops, what am I doing? Yeah, not bases on multiple, there. Did the wrong thing in there. Okay, if our base has any So we're going to set our lab space available to whatever it says, get available. Did get available laboratories? That seems like it would be the number of laboratories, not the lab space, but I suspect that it is actually the amount of. Oh, get free laboratories. That's what I want. Get free laboratories. That's the laboratory space available, apparently. Get free laboratories. That other file here, this is the file that drives the research screen UI. I just found that and pulled it up before the stream so that I could actually look at, make sure I'm doing all the correct thingamajiggies. Did that not work for some reason? Why is my face not wavy? Oh, because my bot's not running just this second. Sorry, let me, I should be able to run it now until things get more exciting. Whee, there's the bot. Hello, Quadroke. I'm just doing some poking at OpenXCom and making it talk to my bot about some other things. So let's see, we want to set our lab space available and our scientists available. Right now, make it so that when I have the XCOM running in the background, you can send a bot command to pull the currently running research projects with the number of scientists they all have and the channel point reward to divert scientists to a particular project will be then it can tell OpenXCom to do that, and I won't have to manually do it. Anyway, so where's the response? Projects. All right, I already got pulled the research projects vector out. Research projects size. And then if I can, I don't remember actually how I'd have my thing set up, but I suspect I have MC. Actually, I probably need more things in my. Yeah, I just haven't done one of these in a while, and I don't remember how I set absolutely how I set everything up. Oh, I guess I don't have a response message in there. Send packet bot. Get control. Do 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 do. Like I thought I had to manually specify somewhere where the. Oh right, I should probably make a constructor for this packet that I don't have here, so they can automatically set the packet ID. But I haven't done that yet. So we're gonna just do our. Gonna send our lab info response, and then we're going to build our actual individual project info packets and send those. Gotta tell how big it is. Let's go ahead and make a constructor for this guy so that I don't have to do anything overly weird to get the correct packet ID in there. Been just doing so much C#, I'm completely spacing on all my C++ syntax that is different, which many of these things are. And we're gonna do defaults for all of these, just 0. Doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm spacing again on how this works. Scientist, lab space, and projects. There we go. Got a nice packet. This part will probably work. No guarantees until you run it a million times, and then every combination, and it still works. But so then we'll go ahead and build our packets, build and send our packets for the individual projects. That's going to be in this vector. Oh, hi, Slothy Sunday. I neglected to remind you about the stream today. Didn't I? But yeah, I am doing this little to-do list, and if I manage to get through this whole thing in the stream, then I'll make an OBS filter. But yeah, for adding some communication between my bot and OpenXCom for research projects, there's status, and to be able to have the channel point reward for sending scientists onto a research project be done by the bot instead of by me. Oh, let's see. But I'm feeling kind of rusty in my C++ because I apparently haven't touched this code in a while. So we'll see how many dumb things I can do in one stream here. Let's see. Let's do net control research info project. I have not made that class yet, so let's go ahead and make a new message. So yeah, OpenXCom here is written in C++, and my bot is written in C#. So I'll have to do a couple things sometimes to make that all work together. I think I already set up the C# version of this packet. Let me see. Oh yeah, research info project. These two just communicate with, I'm pretty sure I just set these up to communicate with UDP. I don't think I'm using TCP connection for this. I am using a TCP connection between my bot and OBS, but I don't think any of my other things work that way. I think everything else is just UDP. Research, oh, I don't know. There we go. Ah, no, that's wrong. What am I trying to do here? Research in project, research info. Yeah, there's an open source version. There's an open source XCOM engine that uses the data from the original XCOM and XCOM 2 to run XCOM, but on modern things with some of the bugs fixed and some of the limitation removed and more modding support. There's some neat total conversion mods for it. But yeah, you can get it from, I think it's just openxcom.com, and you can download it, point it at your regular old DOS XCOM install folder, and it'll just go. It has to be fully patched though. It doesn't work with the pre 1.4 XCOM patches, I don't think. Okay, this is not. Where's my? Oh, I guess I haven't done this. All right, scientists assign. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So this is right. We have our name. We need scientists assigned, and we need. Is there anything else in here that I was gonna include? Include name. Oh, progress. I actually need two strings here. Progress. Yeah, I went. Part of the reason why I went with that instead of just running XCOM in DOSBox for my little stream window thing is so that I could more easily just stick code into it and make it do things based on what my stream status is. And for the chat commands to so that people in my chat can, like right now, they can send interceptors after UFOs, and there's channel point rewards to adjust the game speed, but relatively straightforward to add more stuff. Why do I have an index in here? Oh, that's left over because I copied and pasted this from my interceptor thing, which gets the interceptor names out of a array-ish kind of structure. Let's see. So get name, get progress. I could probably just send the progress up as a number and convert that, but I'll just send the game string directly. So I don't. I think I'd have to copy the logic to actually get the get a enum kind of thing out of there anyway, because I'm pretty sure there's no other. Yeah, I think the only method that gets anything about this progress, this sort of vague progress value is just returns a string anyway. So, and generally, I'm trying to avoid sticking stuff directly into game code when I don't have to. Sure, we'll just use. Now I'll rename this progress pointer. Progress pointer. We look for a null to see if it's null terminated, and then we just put SAS to Marshall. If it's not null terminated, then we say, hey, we're only, then just do the 16 characters. See, research info project. I think that has everything that I want now. Okay, research info project. These things. I'm pretty sure I'm sending these as character arrays. Hey. Paste over the things like I want to. How do I send my interceptor names? Oh, I'm sending them as like a struct with how to initialize these things in C++. There we go. I think this is actually a newer syntax for initializing arrays in a constructor than I am used to, but whatever. All right, so we have our packet set up for for just the informational part of it. Now let's fill this thing out. Project packet or project info response. Response. There we go. Project. Oh man, now I can't type. So yeah, we want a name. This iterator is probably a pointer. Iterator with a pointer in it. No? Okay, what type is this actually? Yeah, research project pointer. Oh, right, because C++. Let's include. We gotta include our header files. I think this is the one. I think I need this one, and I probably also need this rule research, unless it's also, it's not. So yeah, I probably need these two. Sure, in source mod rule research and save game research project. So they're in different places. At least I'm pretty sure I need that, unless there's an accessor for the things I need in here. So we have get cost, set cost, get rules, get the rule research project mod. So that's apparently get research project. Looks like that's the only thing I can actually get out of here without going into the other class there. Is it that? Apparently it's that, because the red squiggly white lines went away. What am I doing here? So yeah, now I can do star iter arrow get rules, get name, dot c string. So yeah, get our. So I guess these rules are kind of the more game logic of the research projects. The actual project info doesn't have very much in it. Just maybe just the save data. And we're just gonna hope that it's not. No, we're not just gonna hope that it's a. There's stir copy s. Or stir in copy s. Maybe not. I should probably stir copy s is good. Yeah, because this is a fixed array size, so it can infer the number of maximum number of characters to copy. And then we'll do the same thing for the get prog. Whoa! I haven't had a follower like follow me on my. I haven't heard my follow alert in quite a while because it's either been when after I've like done a raid or when I'm downstairs and don't hear my follow alert. So thank you for the follow, John Dave DeCano. So we are just having a quiet coding stream here, or at least as quiet as I am when I'm yammering constantly. Let's see, got our name. Let's get our progress string. I believe we can just get from here. Yep, that's a string. The other fields we need to fill out here are just scientists assigned are the only thing we apparently care about now. Response scientists assigned equals, now where is that? That might be in the rules thing here, but I'm not sure. Might also be, oh, assigned. Get assigned. No, excuse me. The number of scientists assigned to this research project. Hopefully my rusty C++ is not too embarrassing for myself. And send that. And I just want to double check that I actually set the right, yep, packet control research info project, and that should be all we need just to get information out of here. Now we want to hook that up to a bot command. Jim's going to shut my bot down again to compile stuff. But so let's find my XCOM interface thing. Whee! Pop a file. I'm going to add a new IRC command, which is going to be xresearch. No parameters. Actually, how do I usually format my no parameter regular expressions? Forget if I do anything with the. Actually, I guess I don't have very many regular expressions that don't have any parameters. Oh, by list target? Ah, that's what I do. I just look for a word boundary. On research. Oh. So yeah, when someone does X research, we're going to call on research info. Search info. And we don't care about this other stuff. This is all from the old one. We're gonna check and make sure. No, we actually don't really care too much about access level. Well, let's see. I think access level 10 is just if they've followed. I forget. Oh, thank you for the bits, John Dave Decana. Don't know what I did to deserve that, but thank you. And again, we have no parameters, so we don't care about any of this stuff. So we're going to do a request. Or no, we just, this packet has no request lab, request research info. Since this packet has no parameters, I don't have to make a struct for it. I just have to specify the packet ID. Request research info, and then I can send it. Then I need to set up something to handle the responses. Oops. So if we get a research info labs, right now I'm just going to forward this on to OBS, I guess. Send stuff. View message. We're going to send a new TCP show message to yes with some text, which is just going to have, I don't know, labs packet. Get our labs packet out of here, and we're just gonna say we've got labs info received for now and some amount of, yeah, we'll do projects. And we'll just dump the information we got and see if at least these parts are coming through. We have projects and scientists. We'll just do projects and scientists available and sort of ignore lab space for now. And this will be scientists that are not assigned to any project, I think is how that works. So usually this number will just be 0 anyway, but sort of in there just so that I have some numbers to test with for now. And I'll also echo this one to the IRC itself, or the Twitch chat, which is sort of IRC. Just build that in one place instead of 2 places. And that should not do it. I missed a semicolon somewhere. Or I missed a parenthesis somewhere, or I have an extra parenthesis somewhere from a bad copy paste. There we go. Oh, and then we also need to run OpenXCom in order to test this. So let's get that running. Somewhere I should have OpenXCom. Oh, right. OpenXCom will take a little longer to build, assuming I didn't mess anything up. There it goes. Oops. Well, it's not the window I intended to drag over. There's the actual game window loading. Although I guess you can see this over here anyway. So I'll just drag that off because I already have that showing up in its normal minimized mode. I'm going to lower my desktop audio a smidge so it isn't super loud. So if we look at our projects, we have all of these set and running. I'm going to reduce one of these by 1, just so that I have one available there. And then let's see if anything crashes when I do this X research thing, or if it does anything. It doesn't work, and that is sort of normal. I don't really expect anything to work first try, so let's see how far we're getting. See if we're sending the message first. Research info. Also, let's make sure that, yeah, X research, that looks right. Looks like we're trying to send the message, so that's a good sign. There. Now, are we receiving it? Or if are we getting to here with it anyway? Yeah, so the game is getting it. We are, yeah, it looks like we're trying to send a response with for the lab info. Let's see if we're getting that back here and we're just ignoring it. Research info labs. Actually, I'll just look for any message in here. It's possible I am sending it with a wrong ID or something. Yeah, it's apparently we're not. Our bot does not think that we're getting. So why would that be? Is there an easy way for me to trigger a message? I'm not sure if I have an easy way for me to trigger some other message bank set to make sure that the communication is working at all. So I will just step through send packet bot to see if there's anything obvious breaking here. Research some more. So yeah, we're gonna go and set packet bot. Well, we think we're doing stuff. Our packet looks pretty normal. XCOM. Oh wait, are we sending our request packet back? I think I might be sending the... No, we're sending lab info response. EV packet. XCOM. I must be doing something weird, but what am I doing? Yeah, it does think it's a research info labs, which is good. It has... Looks like the numbers are all filled out. And it doesn't look like we're failing to send, but for some reason my bot is either ignoring it or not receiving it. Yeah, things that the bot's currently handling are UFO detected and UFO defeated, which aren't things that I can just trigger at will. It's possible that my repeated running of the thing had made it fail to bind an IP address, or the bind to the port. Here's my bot. Though I don't think that's likely. But I'm also not sure if I'm logging if that fails. Right, we got nothing in our message queue. Receive sock. Can I see its status? Is bound is true, so it should be receiving. Unreceived message. Let's see if we're getting in here at least. Okay, so we're getting something. We are getting something. And we're recognizing it as a packet. Oh, I see. Oh, right. This is a thing that I forgot to do. I just leave XCOM running, though. I don't have to edit it for this part. So yeah, I forgot to take these packets and do anything with them. Apparently. So what's this message queue that I have set up? That goes to... I guess that's to go get things into the main thread. I don't know that I need to do that. Do I need to do that here? I might need to do that here. I think I have... Yeah, because the... I'm not sure if I have any thread unsave operations in there, but I'm going to assume that... I'm not going to assume that because I don't remember which of those things are thread safe for sure. I'm not going to assume they are. So I'm going to go ahead and... we want research info labs. Oh right, and regardless, I have to construct the packet, which I think I'm not doing. So let's read greater than or equal to Marshall size of our XCOM lab info struct. Lab info packet is going to be So like all of this is mostly boilerplate-ish. Partial pointer to structure, handle, adder, and object. Basically exactly what I'm doing up here, because I'm basically just doing the same thing with different structure. Research info labs. Maybe I'm sure there's a more elegant way to do this, but I don't want to take the time to figure it out right now, so. XPB. Let's try to remember what some of these things are. Oh, the packet-based thing. Right, because when we get the packet, we check the we're checking the XCOM Sentinel values. Like we're copying the packet into an XCOM packet base that checks the Sentinel values and has the net control packet type ID in it. And once we know that those things are okay and we check that it's big enough to be in the full size of a packet that the packet says that it is, and then we copy it into one of those packets, which starts with the XCOM packet base, so those line up the same. And then we can send that off to the rest of the actual main update loop. So yeah, that should maybe work. Figured I'd forget some big important chunk of glue. And we're doing this breakpoint now. I know it's working up to there. What's that? Illegal characters are present in message. Wonder what that is. Oh, apparently I can't put... Oh, I guess I can't put an... Oh yeah, because I can't put that end line in there. I had that end line because I was just going to echo it to my OBS bot, but since I'm also sending it to the... Since I'm also sending it to the Twitch chat for this right now, that isn't gonna fly. So let's place any end lines with just spaces. And also not forget our parentheses. X research. There we go, and now you can see that I have that it says I have 6 projects and 1 scientist available. Now let's go and get the actual project data out of this. Which should be sending already, I'm just ignoring them. Hi, Rayburst! Oh, you unlock an emote? Woo! Emotes, yay! Yeah, the emote unlock things I think are automatically put in as channel point things. I'm not sure whether I don't think those are anything I can control directly. Maybe I can turn them off, but I don't know why I would. Yeah, hope you enjoy your temporary disturb emote. Research info project. Right, so we're gonna get our project data out of this. And rename this project packet. We're gonna get our things here. Project info received. Oh, Sloppy Sunday also has the disturb emote. And so for our project info, I probably only want to echo these because of the send limit on Twitch chat. And since I don't want just to have a giant block of stuff sent to Twitch, I'm just going to send these to my OBS window, which probably isn't very visible underneath the like if I hop over to here, you can see my chat window, my OBS status text window from my bot down here. But since I wonder if Sloppy Sunday, you don't happen to know if there's a quick way to go to dark mode in Visual Studio? Because that would make my bot text much easier to see, because it's meant to be a light color on dark backgrounds. That's not something I normally use, so I don't have it set. I don't know, maybe I'll Google that in a minute if it becomes more annoying. Projects. Project. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna, since I don't want to do any custom OBS plugin stuff for this, because I can't really update my OBS plugin without shutting down OBS, which does not really work well for a stream. Both. Tools, options. General, color theme. Dark. Thank you. That should... dark mode best. I don't know, I'm not used to dark mode. I feel like dark mode is easier on the eyes, but I don't read it quite as well. I just do a test. Oh yeah, there's some... At least that makes that text easier to read. Let me go ahead and minimize this, just so that it is less obnoxious there. Okay, where am I? So yeah, we're going to send... So these theoretically could... All these project messages could theoretically come in any order or not come at all, but realistically they're going to come in order and all come because I'm just sending this to my own computer. Yeah, the problem I have right now with seeing in this dark mode is right behind my dark screen is a very bright window. Like a window to the outdoors with blinds in front of it that don't really obscure the light all that well. So it's makes the foreground text actually still kind of hard to see because I'm getting in so much light into my eyes from behind there. Let's see. Because if you remember, it's not as bad. Well, it's still pretty bad. You can see my hand there. It's still pretty bright. It's not quite as bad as it was in our meeting, but still pretty bright. Oh, you think dark mode is pretty? Yeah, it has a... Yeah, it is prettier, I think. I would agree with that. So, yeah. So... Practically speaking, we're probably going to get this lab info thing first, and then a bunch of these other things. I'm going to go ahead and set an extra delay of like 30 seconds on these. As long as there are not so many of these projects that it takes up all my space, it should be fine. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of how I want this string laid out. I don't have a... Without adding a new message type, I don't think I have any formatting options for like right and left justifying separate things as part of a single text. I can do that directly in my plugin, I think, but I can't do that with just my standard show message, my basic show message command. But let's just do the name. Do the number of scientists Yeah, we'll just do a very basic output here. Project packet dot, and we'll have the progress. And we'll send them. And that's it. None of this other stuff. Don't care about it. Oh, right, and I still need to do that thing that I forgot to do. I need to also not forget to do it here. And actually build our packet and or decode our packet and put it into the main thread queue, a main thread message queue. Research info project. Name this project info packet. Should we get our correct size in here? And that should do it. Okay, that might just work now if I didn't make a builder. I don't know how I managed to lose my type declaration there when I copied and pasted that over. Alright, let's do an X research. Unless someone else beats me to it. And there we go. Oh, I see. These are not these are actual. Okay, so these names are not display names. They're. Looks like they are the like the localization name key things. Also, they're disappearing too fast, which is partly just because there's too much. Well, let's see if they at least disappear a little more slowly if I do this way. Yeah, I just don't have. Yeah, I have a very limited amount of things that the plugin currently allows to be displayed at once, so they're disappearing too quickly. I either need to stagger these so that they don't process as. So that they don't send as like all of them at once. I can send them in groups at a time, or I need to clump them together and send them as a. Well, I think I'm actually doing it based on the height of the total height of the text, so it doesn't matter if I group them together. I probably just need to send them like a few seconds apart so that you have time to read each one as they go by. If I'm not gonna do something different with the way way the text is displayed and gotten rid of. But I'm gonna ignore that for now because I have a different problem, and that is that I'm sending the wrong strings. So let's look at what the actual game UI is doing. Oh yeah, it's calling TR on it, which probably just means translate. Or it's probably doing that. Those are different strings, but let's see. Somewhere in here. Yeah, I want to look at. Actually, what were the progress strings it was showing? Because I didn't look to see if those made sense. Okay, same thing with the progress strings. So what's it doing for those in the UI? It's using this TR function or macro or whatever it is to get an actual string out of them. So we'll just do that same thing. I'm guessing that this is also okay, and it doesn't know what that is. I guess I'm not having to do that anywhere else yet. So this is in state.cpp. Actually, I'm surprised I don't have the state header included if that's just where it is. Also, it returns a localized text object. But I guess I can just call .cstring on that anyway. So what do I actually need to include? I need to include state.h, which is in engine source or source engine. State.h. Oh, whoops. Of course, it would help if I was actually in my own file. I don't need to change that one. Engine state.h. Or is my problem that I just need to... Actually, is that that's a method, isn't it? It's a method of state. It's probably not a static method either. No, that sure be nice. Okay, I need to figure out how to get one of these. One of these objects. Or does... Or does the research projects, are they themselves one of those? No. What am I trying to find here? Research project. So what is this? Okay, this does not extend anything, so it's not one of those. I guess... Research state. Oh yeah. Research state. But this is not something that I have. This is... Yeah, this is like a UI state, I think is what these are. So I don't know that I have one of these. We call this PR function. But I could also just do this, it looks like. Game, get language, get string. So I'll just do that instead. But I do have a game pointer. I pass in, my net control object passes that into my packet handlers because it's kind of useful. So I don't need this, I think. I do need to... I probably don't want to make one giant, huge line thing of this, but... So we'll do the object name. Game, get language, get string. That thing. Pointer to incomplete class. Really? I'm not using that anywhere already? I was sure I was using that already. I am using that. Oh, part of this isn't... Was this defined in a different... No. What is my problem here? Maybe just confused. Sometimes the IntelliSense is not as good at C++ as it is in C#. Name, we're gonna send this thing.cstring instead. And auto progress string. Oop, iter get. Okay, then I'll run the actual compiler and it'll tell me if I'm being stupid. Go ahead and close that because we're gonna have to recompile. Okay, now let's see what we have here. Oh, it's the language thing. It doesn't know what that's not fully defined. Okay, that makes sense. You are in engine language. It just had the squiggly on the wrong identifier. But otherwise, it was right. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, I still don't need to show that because it's still going to be on the... Once it broke, it's still going to be right down here. I guess I could wave my mouse... Actually, can you not see my mouse? Not consistently. I guess you can see it when it's over here, but not when it's in my main view for some reason. Okay, enough of that. And we'll go ahead and tweak this down again, just so that all the numbers are not all the same. There we go. So that's a little better. Now we probably want to stagger these messages so that they don't all just show up and run off the top of my text buffer. Turn my volume down a smidge. Maybe turn the game volume down a smidge too. I don't know. Options, audio. There. Also, this should work if I'm not in that screen, so let's test that real quick, but it shouldn't matter. Yep, there we go. Don't have to be in the research screen to pull up that information. Okay, so now we want to stagger our messages, which is not something that I really am set up to do too well, I don't think. I would be more likely to want to do this on the OBS bot side, just have a different message sent to OBS bot and let it decide how to display these things. Like actually make like a, you know, a table that has nice spacing and headers. But since I don't want to mess with my OBS bot or my OBS plugin right now, I'm instead going to just do something different. So for research info project, I do have a timer class in here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Not the threading one. Those are the timers that I actually display, which I think is also that main thread timer. That's the one. Add timer. Create timer. So I'm gonna make a thing that's sort of, so I'm gonna have to keep track of when these are. Date, time, last project info show. I forget if date time is a struct or a class. It's a struct, so it should have some default, which is hopefully not too stupid. Or I'll just make it be now. I'll just set it to when the class is constructed, then it'll something that I know what it is. And then when we're going to display one of these things, let's pick an interval. Let's have them maybe go every 3 seconds. Project info show interval 3. System, date time, etc. Now time. So what we're going to do is if the last project info If this was less than, if it showed one more than 3 seconds ago, I'm doing this all backwards because I don't know what I'm doing. And seconds. Yeah, if it's been more than 3 seconds, we're just going to show this next one and update this. Oh, hydrate. I can do that. Thank you, Rayburst. There. Drink some water. So last project to finish up. So yeah, if we're gonna set this to. Otherwise, we're gonna do our timer. And we're just going to do it 3 seconds from now, regardless of how much time has actually passed, because realistically, it's probably all going to come at nearly simultaneously. And if it's slightly inexact, I don't really care. Oh wait, why did I hard code this to 3 when I have a nice defined interval thing? Interval. Action, we're just gonna do a lambda, I guess. But I forget what I probably actually have this set up to have a parameter, don't I? Where's my delegate? Yeah, bool object extra. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll just pass it in as a thing, and then I can just use the same function up here and not have it be different. Send OBS. Do I want to make it that specific? I guess so. Send project info message. And we're just gonna call this. Instead of doing this, and use the same function when our timer expires. Wrong return type. Oh, what do I have to return for this? Oh, right, because I have to return something if it's going to repeat. Oh, I guess the other thing is... Right, so I'm getting all of these about at once, and I'm just making a 3-second timer for each one. Which will work if I check the current time again in the timer handler and then bump it up more. But I probably don't want to do that. I probably instead want to we'll add our 3 seconds here. And we will make our And well, instead of just setting our timer to 3 seconds, we will set our timer to the time until this time, which will be I forget. Do I have to do a... I thought I could just subtract them and then do dot seconds. Maybe I'm thinking of the C++ version of this. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know what I did. Maybe I did something really weird, like put UTC now in there or something. Takes a double, doesn't it? Am I missing a parenthesis or something? No. What do we not like about this? Oh, this still has the wrong return type. This is supposed to return bool. And I think I want to return false if I don't want the timer to repeat. I can't remember for 100% sure though, so let's see if I... No, repeats false. Oh, extra data. Yeah, that's not my repeat parameter. I should probably have commented that because I think I have to check this every time that I do it. If we return true, or the fire interval... Oh, right. The fire interval is less than 0. But I guess is a different create timer call. I can specify a fire interval. Oh, it's if I pass repeats true. So yeah, if repeats is false, then it doesn't matter what the return value is. If the repeats is true, then it will repeat until the thing returns, until either something calls remove on the timer or until I return true. Looks like. Either way, it doesn't matter for this one if we're not repeating. Okay, bot, time to quit so that I don't have all these squiggly lines. Go away, squiggles. Thank you. Okay, is there anything else I forgot to do here? I think that'll work. Let's see. Yep, looks like that's working. 3 seconds looks like it's maybe overkill. Let's just do 2 seconds. Even 1 second probably be fine. I'll do 2 seconds. Give you plenty of time to read each one. Let's take the extra, that 30-second extra time that I'm doing and make that less. Maybe they'll last 10 seconds if they aren't scrolled off. What's that other 30 that I just changed? Oh, that was what I wanted to change. I want to change both of these. Not just how long it tries to keep it up there if something doesn't push it off the top. Okay, and so that's that part. The other part that I wanted to do is hopefully, and I don't know if I'll have enough time, but we'll see, is I want to handle a channel point reward for sending scientists redoing things. Where is my handling for that? Because I know I have some somewhere that would be going through here, because for the interception, no, not the interception messages, the speed change things. Speed? Ah, here we are, on points redemption. Where am I, like, subscribing this? Oh, right here. Let's just make this more stand out. That's kind of important. So yeah, let's look at our redemption things. Here's our channel point rewards, which are basically all turned off right now. But let's find our research XCOM research project. Go ahead and turn that on, though it won't work yet, so I wouldn't recommend messing with it. So yeah, we want that. And if we get this, then I also need to pull out the text from it, which I do have available. Redemption dot user input. I don't think I've actually set up a packet for this yet, though, so we'll have to do that first. I'm actually not sure if I've even set up a packet ID for this. There we are. Research set scientists. I can spell. Really, I can. Usually. Scientists. Yes. Now, unlike these messages, though, I actually do need to set some data. So I'll have to... Since I'm not doing this by, like, index or anything, I'm going to actually have to send strings, which I will need to remember how to do correctly here. So I don't think I'm actually doing that anywhere at all in the XCOM interface yet. I'm receiving strings from XCOM, but I'm not sending any. And the main problem with that is that XCOM does not use wide strings for anything at all, and I don't really want to convert that. On that end. So I probably want to make sure that I'm marshalling these as ANSI strings. But let's just try doing the obvious thing, and we'll see if I manage to crash OpenXCom. Let's see. What did I call this thing again? Set scientists. Search set scientists. I'm also going to go ahead and define the number of scientists that it tries to change, assign in here, like from the bot, so that it's easier to change it than changing it in XCOM. Probably. Scientists. And then I've got to set a project name. Set name, string, the project name. Now let's assume I can do this. Pointer to string ANSI? That looks like the opposite of what I need, actually. String to H global ANSI. That's what I need. Name. Yeah, pointer. I'm pretty sure that's what I need. So that's basically what I'm doing up here with the base packet data, I think. I can also probably copy it directly somehow. Really, since I don't remember, what I should do is I should look at my OBS plugin, which I know I am doing this sort of thing with. Not the plugin itself, but my communication with it. And, okay, I'm going to shut down my bot just so I don't have to go hunting for my Solution Explorer. So I can find my TCP messages thing. And let's look for show message. Main difference here is that this is a public fixed int16. Oh, I guess I'm just manually copying them. I don't know why I didn't think. Oh, I guess the difference is because it's wide characters versus narrow, but since I'm just doing ANSI text anyway, I can't think that it would matter. We'll see. We'll see if it cares. Import each on a string is not something that I do every day. I think I can. Maybe I can't. Yeah, I can. I don't know why I would though, because I need the index anyway. Or int 0 I less than. Can you do dot length on a fixed array? I think you cannot. Yeah, you can't. I thought not. Let's make this separate so I can add a null into it later. Or null into it later. Project name and I less than project name dot length. I'm just gonna do this the dumbest way possible, and if it breaks, oh well. Also, why am I doing this backwards? It's not gonna like this because these types are not directly convertible. I feel like even that might not be quite correct. We'll see. We'll see what that does. It'll do something. It just might not do what I want. Add a null there, and that should basically, hopefully, work. So then we're going to try sending that down. Just new this thing. Scientists. Number of scientists, we're just going to hard code at 10 for now. Set scientists dot. This will probably interact weirdly with the UI. Oh yay, you're done with work. It's good to be done with work. Ooh, it's getting dimmer in here. I'm not having to like... It doesn't seem quite so bright now. May even have to turn on the light soonish. Set name. Right, and this is going to be the user input part. Which I'm sure most of the time they're going to spell it incorrectly and have to redo it. Yeah, and it's like... I realized it was dimmer not because I saw that the light was getting darker, because I realized my eyes were starting to hurt less. See, this is this is just a, So user input is when you are doing one of these things that have, like channel points for boards. Some of them include have a require user input button that I can set and require you to set something in here. In this one, you would set enough of the beginning of the research project name for it to be able to tell which one it is. And then we're gonna send message. This needs a constructor, I think. Yeah, this one should have a constructor. So all these ones that I'm sending should have constructors to set the base packet up. Oh, right. These are structs, they don't have base, but they just have this base packet. Base packet dot. Oh, right. I need to do these. Now that I've done this, now that I've just been doing this in C++, I don't remember how to do it in regular C#. It's the going back and forth thing always messes me up. Yeah. Okay. Oops, messed up my clipboard. Packet type. Just give me the... There. Dot... Set scientists. Scientists. We'll default this to 10 here, actually. And name... You know what, I'm just gonna get rid of this setter and just do everything in the constructor, because that makes more sense. Not the scientists, that thing. Somehow I got an extra bracket in there. I'm not quite sure how I think it's the dark mode is making me see my mouse cursor wrong or something. I don't know. I'll blame it on that. Okay, does it not like my array here? What is it unhappy about? So I'm pretty sure I'm technically fully assigning everything there. So I don't think you knew a fixed buffer. That wouldn't make sense. I'm sure not remembering how there's something in here that I'm apparently not remembering how it works. So let's go look at some of my older stuff here and see if it reminds me. I think maybe I just didn't use some constructors in here. No, here's one. Yeah, here's one. And that's basically the same setup I've got, unless I'm not seeing something obvious. Setting num scientist, setting base packet, setting name. What am I forgetting here? Probably something real obvious. Yeah, we're going through all of the... Oh, that's right. Dir. Because I changed this from a default constructor to one with parameters, and then I didn't go and actually fix this to make sure it was pointing at this guy. Well, I'm glad you thought it was cool. I was kind of hoping I would get to some OBS effects, which would be more cool, but looks like I will maybe only get this far. Or I might get, I will probably not get that far. I might get this done if I stop doing weird things. But yeah, thanks for coming by. Next up, let's just compile this and see. Yeah, here we go. We're going to include our 10 num scientists and our project name. There's that, and then set scientists, and that's going to be good, hopefully. And I need to handle On the OpenXCom end. So let's look at our, come on, click. Research set scientists, which is going to be 11. I'm going to go ahead and close OpenXCom because I'm going to have to build it anyway. Now I'm going to go ahead and build and run my bot so that it's back up and running. Unless I did something wrong in there, it should be done. Shouldn't have to mess with it again. Okay, and then research set scientists. This. Research set scientists. And since I already forgot how my thing was structured, looks like we got an int for the number of scientists. There's already in this copied thing that I had, and then the name, 30 up to 30 characters, including a potentially a null terminator. Well, definitely a null terminator, because I'm only sending 31 characters at most. And then a null, because it's simpler that way. Research info, or not, research set scientists. Set scientists. We will set our scientists to do something. I don't know what, but they'll do something. And it needs an execute to actually, not really need this constructor actually, I don't think, come to think of it. Oops, let's put this in the right place. It says execute is what's going to get called by the net control system when I actually set up this handler, case net, control packet type. Set scientists, if we are a set scientist thing, then we'll do that. Let's copy and paste this here. This will be net control. Make sure our packet is big enough. Let's research in so that we don't crash, even if it's kind of wrong. Test research info, request research info. No, this is wrong. Research set scientist. There. And we need to implement this function so that it actually does something. And that's probably going to be the most complicated part out of all of this. Shouldn't really be too terribly complicated, but there's some different things we have to worry about here. Set scientist, is that what I called it? Yeah. So what we are wanting to do here, we need to go and we need to find our correct our base with our research projects again. This is exactly the same as the other thing. Once we have that, we need to go and we need to do some string garbage to determine which project we are looking at. I'm going to turn on the light because I'm actually starting to look weirdly dark. My shirt was looking real black. Although it was nice to not actually, you know what? We're just going to be dark today. There's I want to rest my eyes from that light that was in the background. If it gets super dark, then I'll turn on a light again. But right now, we're just going to be a little dimmer. So, research projects. We need to get the name. We need to get our actual name again. Then we're going to want to make it lowercase. Let's go ahead and put this in a standard string. I can just do that. Project name and dot. I haven't actually looked through this in a while. Is there a to lower? No. There is standard string to lower? Like, I know there's the standard library to lower function, but I would assume that there is also a more C++y function for that, for converting them to lowercase. Ah, there is. Although I might just want to do it a character at a time anyway. Yeah, we'll just go through and see if so we have that. We also have our message, which is this name. Oh yeah, just name. I less than name dot. Oh, okay. How am I doing this? I'll just do. I guess I'll just use a search name. Airline. I could probably just use a. I mean, I could just use some sort of while loop until getting to the end there, but it's a bunch of different ways to do this, and I'm probably just going to do the old-fashioned, weird, dumb ways. What's our maximum length here? 32? Yeah. Let's say 31. I think that's the max count, not the max buffer size. I don't exactly remember, but we don't really have any things that are unique for that long anyway, so this will work just as well, even if it's technically incorrect. It's technically incorrect in the direction that will make it not crash if it's actually wrong. So we're going to see if all of the lowercase versions of all of our characters in the name that the user entered here when requesting the scientist's move are the same, are also the character sequence converted to lowercase that the research project actually starts with. So project name. First of all, if our project name length is greater than this, then we know things are wrong. We should. Then we know it's not going to work, so we just go to the next one. Otherwise, we know that so at this point we know our project name is at least as long as the name that was requested. So we will go and project name or oh good, I may actually have the correct thing included already. To lower that not equal to this way we'll move that out so that we still have our I. We can use that to determine if we've actually got a mismatch or not. So if we don't match project name I with name I, or to lower name I, we don't want to force, we're already making them spell it correctly. I'm not going to also force them to do the capital letters the same. And then, so if they don't match, we're going to break out of this loop. If I is equal to search name len, that means we'd break out before I got to search name len if we find letters that don't match. So if we go through all of these and all of the letters match, I will be equal to search name len, and it will leave, which means if we get in here, if I is equal to search name len, then all of our characters matched for at least as long as our requested string was. And the idea is you don't have to type out the entire thing, you just have to do enough for it to, like you can even just do one letter. If it was the first letter in a research project, it would find one of those research projects that starts with that letter and switch to that one. But realistically, you just would do like the first word, and there aren't, like if you would do laser and the only thing that starts with laser is laser cannons that we're researching, then it would find laser cannons and do that one. And most of the time that's probably gonna be how it works. You're not going to have to type out the entire thing. The only exceptions would be if we were like researching a floater navigator and a floater commander, then you'd have to do floater space N or floater space C to specify which one, or floater space navigator, floater space commander, however, just enough for it to be unique. If you just did F, then it would do whichever one was first. So if we get to here, then we found the project that we want to assign scientists to. Now we have to find some scientists, because we probably don't have 10 or however many scientists that are just available. Let's see. We can tell how many scientists we have available from our base information. What is this actually? Yeah, this is a pointer. So yeah, auto. Come on. Not actually sure what just happened there, but whatever. Auto base equals starter. I'll call it lab base. Tend to avoid using reserved words, even although I think I probably could have used it there and it would have filed, but so it's not available. It's free. Nope. I think here it is available scientists. So while lab base get available scientists is less than the number of scientists that we want, which is something. Scientists assigned, I guess. I probably should have renamed that. This is scientist to assign. Scientist to assign. In C#, I just use the rename tool, but I don't really trust it as much in C++, and it is definitely a lot slower than is doing it by hand. Or almost definitely. It is usually a lot slower doing it by hand. So there's a few things we are going to try to do. We're going to go through actually just let's convert this into a for loop. Project index equals 0. Project index less than our number of projects, which is around here somewhere, research projects.size. And our available scientist is less than scientist to assign. Project index. We're also going to repeat this for loop until we succeed or until rule out of things to steal from equals false. And yeah, we're going to repeat trying to get more scientists available until we run out of things to steal from. So we're going to be stealing from other projects. First of all, we want to skip our current project because it would be dumb to steal from ourselves to give ourselves scientists. That would not accomplish what we're trying to do. So research projects. Actually, I probably have a, oh no, because I'm iterating through it that way. Research projects, project index. Is this a, yeah, this is a pointer and I'm going through the same container. So the pointers will be the same. So I can just do a direct comparison like this. Project index is equal to star iter. I'm doing a bad thing, which is I'm using the same name for these. As long as I don't care about getting the base iterator, it doesn't matter. I should have named these iterators something different, though. That was apparently not thinking. Research projects. So yeah, if this is our current research project, we're just going to skip this one. So now if we're here, then we're looking at a different research project. Let's reduce one of the scientists on this project, which I can just look at this other code to see what the correct way to do that is. So around here we have our mouse wheel down handler where we take our base and give it a scientist, and we take our project and we get rid of a scientist. Research project, project index. See how we're reducing our project scientists by 1. And then we're going to take our base, which we got our nice handy lab base pointer here, and we're going to apparently add 1, which I guess we can do this way. I guess I'm not really sure how this get science. I'm going to look and see how this get scientist is different from available scientists, because it's weird to me that these things seem like they'd be the same. Yeah, these both say scientists currently in the base. I want to add scientists to the base, and that seems like that's what it's doing. Where's the available scientist? But apparently that's how it works. I guess there's get total scientists, which goes through and counts up all the scientists everywhere. But yeah, it is just get scientists. I guess get scientists and get available scientists are apparently the same thing. So whatever. I don't know. Seems a little odd to me, but things are always odd to somebody else. Okay, I'm gonna collect my thoughts here for a second. Now of things to steal from people's thoughts. So we also need to assume, so if we've been able to do that for at least one project, then we're not out of things to steal from. We're going to set out of things to steal from to true here, just so that, and then go through this, and if we don't find anything, it'll still be true when we get back here. It will be out of things to steal from, and we'll give up, and we'll just assign whatever scientists we have. Because we could wind up in a situation where we have like 42 scientists assigned to a project and 8 scientists scattered among other things. You use this command to try and assign 10 more scientists to the thing with 42 scientists, but there aren't 10 more scientists, there are 8 more. But we should still get all those 8. So we'll go through, we'll get all those 8, and then we'll not find any more. So if I didn't have this check in here, then we would just keep searching them all forever, and the game would freeze, and we'd be in an infinite loop. But we don't want to do that. So we have this way to realize that, oh, nope, we have to give up now, so let's give up. Also, if we were going to do this for a very large number of scientists, or if we had a very large number of projects, there would be a more efficient ways to do this, but that's not going to be the case. So, so we're just going to do this the simple, straightforward way, which is going to be probably actually more efficient than the more efficient ways because the data size is small and this is simpler than figuring out all the ones, and then like grouping, then collecting all the ones that have some available, doing some math to figure out how many to take from each and then doing it. That would be more efficient for in general, but realistically, it does not matter at this point. Also, would make it safer against infinite loops, but this shouldn't infinite loop the way it's set up now. So now we should have available scientists, and we can try to assign scientists to our desired project, which is star iter. Our iterator that we were iterating through the research projects. We're going to set assigned. We need to figure out how many we're changing by actually for sure. So int num to assign equals let's see, what's standard min? What are the actually this probably has its own min and max functions. Let's just see where they are. Oh yeah, they are using standard min. Because we want to do whichever is less, the number of scientists we want to assign from the message data or the scientists or the actual number of scientists available, because we don't want to do more than the number that we want, and we can't do more than the number that we have. So lab base, get available scientists, get available scientists. Here it is. Set assigned. We also need to add the number that we have on the project already, I think. Get assigned plus. I'm also just going to assume we have a lab space for this. Oh well, I don't care at this point if that's wrong because I'm running out of time. I think it'll still work. We can overuse our lab space if I have more scientists than lab space, but that is not a thing I would normally do unless I was cheating with this on purpose. So that's not really going to matter. And then I also need to minus num to assign. There. That should maybe work. I don't think there's anything else I have to do to make it. It's fill project list, which would refresh the UI, but that means I'd have to go and grab the UI to do it. So I probably just want to. I don't know. Does it call fill project list when it opens? Let's see. There's init. That I'll just have to test and see if it updates automatically. Because it definitely won't. I might have to get the state and tell it to do this, but I probably don't want to do that if it's not open, because it might just do it by itself. I'm not going to worry about that too much yet. The chances of this working on my first try are not high. Let's see. Let's see what we've got. I think we have all the parts ready. As long as we're calling execute, which I think we are. Research execute. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we get. And it finishes compiling. So that's there it goes. See if we crash or what happens. Does anybody see something that's going to blow up in it? Or that's horribly, egregiously wrong? Load our stream save. So yeah, we have, just so that we exercise like all of the things, we'll have one. Let's try reassigning to, I don't know, Let's try putting 10 more into the UFO power source for a test. And it looks like it didn't work. So let's see where things are breaking down. Breakpoint there. Also might have to fiddle the settings on the... This reward is temporarily out of stock. Yeah, I could have sworn that I didn't put a timer on that. Oh, Research project. Cooldown time, 2 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to turn off the limits for this for now. Try again. There. So we are hitting our breakpoint. That's good. We're at least getting our message through. Oh, let's look at our message, because our message could be horribly broken, theoretically. Okay, this all looks good so far. Oh, I think I have this backwards. So we want our search name one to be less than the project length. Did that backwards. Yeah. Oh, wait. Project name size greater than... Yeah, I did this backwards. Yeah, better. And cannot edit and continue. I miss having projects that I could edit and continue. I don't remember why that's such a pain to get working, but it's a thing I used to use somewhere. Matrix? Could I edit? I think I could edit and continue on MXO, at least for the servers. Anyway, whatever. It's getting real dark in here, so let's make it so that I am not invisible. There we go. One of the nice things in my office is at least the lights are on dimmer switches, so I don't have to go full brightness. We can have a somewhat chill lighting setup without having some expensive programmable light. Those would be fun. Okay. Let's try this again. Research project. UFO. Looking through our research projects, looking for... That's the right one. UFO power source, name UFO. So that should 2, 3. All right, we found our project. Now we're gonna try and find some scientists. I'm just gonna skip to the end here and see. Yay, no infinite loop. Always good to not have those infinite loops when you're making loops that seem like they could be dodgy. Num to assign. Yep, looks like we got 10. Got 10 scientists available. So let's see what our research looks like now. Ah! I didn't check if there were 0 scientists, so we can have negative scientists. That is very wrong. We'd be making negative progress on some of these projects. That is an obvious thing that I should have thought of. That's the kind of thing I usually think of, but I didn't this time. Yeah, if research projects project index get assigned is less than or equal to 0, continue. I'll go ahead and put curly brackets here because why not? Okay, let's try that one more time, and then I think we might be in pretty good shape. And it's about the right amount of about stream ending time anyway. Yay! Okay, let's do this. Why am I clicking on graphs? Well, graph data would be kind of fun to pull out just periodically. XCOM research. Alright, don't need this breakpoint anymore, go away. Aces, research. There, and we have... Did that work? I think that didn't work. Did it work? Yeah, I'm not sure. So I forget what it was before, but I don't... Did that... Oh, let's try it again. Let's just do it again. It's at 35. Let's see if it goes up to 45. If I do it again. Okay, looks like it is working. So yeah, this can now be used to reassign and it. So this is trying to take scientists evenly from all the other projects that have scientists and assign them. It might make more sense to take from the projects that have the most first, but that also would mean that if like two people are trying to assign to two projects, they'll just steal from each other and not the other ones, which probably isn't what I want. So I probably do want them to steal evenly. I think this is probably how I want it. Let's reload this save and just double check our starting situation here. I also want to check what happens for sure if it's 25. So let's just bring these down. I'm just going to play with this and see if it's obviously broken in some other way. We'll put this at like 43. So there's not enough to all go to the floater navigator, but there's enough to go a lot to the floater navigator. This should cap the floater navigator at 50. Float. 50. Okay, that's what we wanted. It didn't go over 50. It took all the things that were available and put them in the floater, so it's working, as far as I can tell. Let's see. There was one other little thing I wanted to do, which is put in the research things as attract requests, but let's see. Let's see if I can do that quickly on the bot. Attract, no. Attract modules. I don't think I have an XCOM attract one. Maybe I won't do that. I won't do that now. I might do that later. But that would just make it intermittently show the current... I really want to do that. Show the current research status. Maybe that'll be next time. Maybe we'll do that at the beginning next time, and then we will... next time I do a coding stream anyway, maybe we'll do that, and then we'll do effect. Or maybe I'll just do another coding stream. I don't know. Night LB? Who's LB? Girls? Well, I think Sylvie's in bed, and I don't know. I assume they're okay. I can't see them just now. I guess I'll go see them in a minute. Well, my slightly, I don't know if it's interesting. My C++ is kind of a little bit rusty, and I haven't looked at some of this in a little while. But anyway, we got at least the main thing that I wanted to get done today done. I was hoping that this would take me less time, and then I could also do a fun effect, which took my like body and made a animating rainbow burst effect thing. Maybe it's an additive. Yeah, I don't know if I'd have it be completely opaque or if I do it additive. Maybe I'd make two versions. One that did additive blending and one that did was just an opaque replacement thing. But anyway, next time I don't know what I'm doing this time. I'm sort of tempted to do one more coding stream for next time, just to finish up some, just to add the attract thing in here and to do OBS effect, because I think another OBS effect would be fun. And then a game that I had some idea for what game I want to do next, and now I can't think of it. But I don't know. We'll do something. Have a good night, and we'll see if there's somebody to raid. Probably do this on my main monitor though. Maybe slash following. Let's see who's live. Steamed Hams is live. Let's go see Steamed Hams. This channel is for mature audiences. Although really, I don't remember Steamed Hams necessarily. I don't know. I think Steamed Hams is fine. Yeah. Yeah. Have a good night. See anybody next time.